Welcome back once again, folks, to my walkthrough getting to Zora's domain. Now, I like to go with the routes that the game wants you to go because the storyline here is really cool, really fun. I recommend you guys take the time to watch all these little videos, read everything, talk to everybody, kind of thing, because they did a really good job putting the story together on this game for us. And that just really helps to kind of pull you into the story, pull you into the world here. So I'm going to skip through it, of course, for the sake of time on my walkthrough, but I just kind of want to point out, definitely take the time to talk to the prince whenever you see him. Now, if you get close enough to this tower, he's going to automatically pull your attention away, so it's not like you have to really find him to talk to him. He'll just kind of grab your attention. Okay, so where are we on the map? We are right here at the beginning of this trail. And we're going to get a move on here. And I'm just going to kind of point out key things as we go. Treasure chests and Korok seeds and that kind of stuff. Shock arrow in the water. You don't even have to hit the Octorok, you just got to get close. The shock blast radius will do the rest. Pretty cool feature of the shock arrow. It'll also kill any fish that happen to get caught in the blast radius. Again, very cool feature of the shock arrow. Alright, so moving right along the pathway here, just sticking to the main road. For you picture takers, you got some early game weaponry here. You got a Traveler's Sword, Traveler's Bow. Pick up every rock in the Zora's domain as well. Every rock is going to have something cool under it, just about. I mean, I'm sure you'll find a dud every now and again, but for the most part, the rocks are pretty bountiful. And look at that, I picked up a rock and there was nothing there. So for the most part, the rocks are going to be pretty bountiful in the Zora's domain area. Do be aware at this crossing you're going to have a couple more Octoroks to deal with. Now in this river, you're going to get all sorts of fishing. You're going to get mighty carp, armored carp, Staminoka bass, you might even see some hardy bass. You're also going to get some voltfin trout. And voltfin trout is going to be for a side quest in the Korok Forest. I usually get mine first from the Rito Village excursion, but if you don't have yours yet, you can also look here in this area and get your voltfin trout. Alright, so anyway, moving on. I'm not going to get every little fish I come across, I just kind of wanted to point out what all's here. Okay, I got a piece of amber under that rock. So like I said, just pick up every rock. You never know. For the most part, you're gonna be pleasantly surprised. I think we're done here. Let me just double check, verify. I know under one of these little areas there is a treasure chest. I don't think I'm quite there yet, though. Okay, so I'm not going to pick up every little rock. I'm just trying to give you guys an idea of what all you can find. So I just got a tireless frog out of that one. You might find rupees, you might find a gemstone. And this is another place the prince is going to grab your attention. So again, take the time to watch all this, read all this. And moving right along. Now, going up this walkway, we are going to encounter some boulders coming down. Do be aware of that. Also, with this waterfall right below me, or one of these, yeah, it looks like we got some swift violets growing, so you're welcome to go down and get your swift violets if you so choose. On the next waterfall, there will be a treasure chest. I'm not quite there yet. Oh no! I even said it and I wasn't paying attention and I got hit by my own boulder there. Alright, so anyway, there's our treasure chest right down there. Now, you can climb in the rain, contrary to what the game will tell you. And I'll go ahead and teach you how to do that right now. You know what, let's go ahead and go get that treasure chest, just to show you guys that is doable. Ah, come on, Link. Alright. Okay, so that's where we're currently at. So I'm going to go ahead and put the climbing gear on. Now this really helps if you have a lot of stamina and you've got the climbing gear upgraded for that jump stamina up. Otherwise it'll get very, very costly with eating stamina replenishment. So get your jumpsuit on, count 6 steps. Now you don't necessarily need the jumpsuit for the 6 steps. You can also eat a high level speed boost. And that will give you the same effect, and you can get 6 steps out of your climb before you have to jump. But notice you're going to slide every time you jump. So make sure you get all 6 steps, hit the jump button, slide, 6 steps, jump, slide, rinse, lather, and repeat until you get back up to the top. So that's pretty much it, folks. Climbing in the rain is that easy. I don't know why the game tells you can't climb in the rain. You can. You just have to know how to do it. So either the climbing gear or a speed boost, you will get your 6 steps. Okay, so moving right along, we have a Korok seed coming up and some treasure and some loose weaponry. You'll have to do a little bit more climbing for it. But right now I just kind of want to take care of the bad guy trouble. Okay, there should be another... Yep, he's back behind me here. Or somewhere around here. Okay, so you got a cooking pot there if you need it, and that one's undercover. So just in case you need to throw together a quick meal, you can do that right now. Alright, so I'm on the right track. Go ahead and fire arrow the vines. And it is raining, but if you shoot underneath the cover, they will go ahead and burn for you. The reason I'm here is for a hidden treasure chest. Not the best weapon, but it's there if you want it. You picture takers might be interested in that. Alright. Way to go, genius. Okay, there's a Korok seed back here as well. Ball and chain type. Oops. Alright, there you have that guy. Okay, so at this point I'm going to head back to the north and get back on track here with the trail. I really want to stay on trail because it really is the best for the overall walkthrough and the storyline, just to kind of keep everybody on the same page. Now before I get all the way back on the path, there's a secret armory up here somewhere. I think I just found it. Stop it. There might be another Lizzle around here somewhere. Okay, so for now I'll just take care of him. So I promised the secret armory, and here we are. You got some loose weaponry sitting here. Now, depending on where you are in your game with your rankings of enemies, this may be really crap weapon, or you might get a royal weapon or equivalent. Look at that, attack boosted to 60. Oorah. That's a good one there. Alright. Don't forget your free heart replenishment. Okay, so now I'm going to go get back on path. And we'll be coming to a cave. Don't forget the rocks. And at some point in this cave, we're going to be getting to some more thorny vines. But once again, don't worry. They are undercover, and you can go ahead and get them burned out of your way. Quick 50 roops. Okay, now walk, don't run, because we're going to have some Lizzles coming up, and I usually like to kind of sneak up on him, but that guy happened to see me. So much for that. If you miss the headshot, it's going to take a couple. Well, he got his horn blown, so that sucks. Okay, so much for sneaking around while we're up here. We're just going to go ahead and take these guys out as we go. Now, do be aware they're all going to have shock arrows. So, at this point, I'm going to recommend drinking that free shock elixir he gave us. And hopefully you guys have at least one piece of the rubber armor. So now you have high-level shock resistance. Now Link doesn't have to worry about dropping his weapons. Even if you take a direct hit by shock, yeah, you're still going to lose some hearts because the arrow is still going to hurt, but the electricity will at least not make you lose your weapon, or bow, or whatever, shield, or whatever you're holding at the time. Oh yeah, and there's also going to be lots of loose shock arrows laying around, so look in the trees, look in the ground. You'll just see some random loose shock arrows laying around, which I haven't seen any yet, but they are around. Alright, so as I'm coming up on these guys, I'll go ahead and dispatch them. There's also a big Hearty Radish up here somewhere, and another Korok seed. Okay, so there's a loose shock arrow laying in the ground. I think I just walked right by a treasure chest. And we're pretty much done with the bad guys, so I'll go ahead and put full stealth back on. Another royal bow there. Okay, I'll find that big Hearty Radish for you, and then we'll go get our Korok seed. Come out wherever you are. Where is it? Aha. So that's an important food item because that's 5 extra hearts. Cook it during a blood moon, that's 6 extra hearts. And of course, you can throw 5 into a cooking pot all at once, and that's a total of 25 extra hearts. Blood moon will give you 26. Not a bad meal. Looks like I've got another one. That was the one I was originally looking for, and I didn't see. There you have it. Okay, so let's go get our Korok seed. That's going to be right down here somewhere. I'm looking for, I think it's a rock to pick up on top of a little hilltop. That's it right there, as a matter of fact. Okay, so there he is. Alright folks, so at this point we're going to get back on a main pathway here. And I recommend trying to find the easiest part to climb as possible. Or you can actually literally just walk right up. You don't have to climb anything. I'll go ahead and put the treasure chest beeper back on just to make sure I don't miss anything. Okay, so continuing on path. Bear with me while I consult my map. Okay, we're going to head to this little valley. I don't know what you want to call that. This little crevice or ravine or whatever. It's right up top side here. And it's right before you get into this cave system. And the reason I'm going to detour and go up here is there is a bad boy nest with a treasure chest. Now this bad boy nest is a little bit of a challenge because it will probably be thunderstorming here. So what I recommend is just killing what you can from the air. There should be 2 greens and a blue. This way you can unequip all your metal stuff so you don't get yourself zapped by lightning. And of course you got some early game weaponry laying around for you picture takers, especially the Zora spear. It's always thunderstorming here, I don't know why. But it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and get back on path where we left off, and we're going to go through like a little cave system here. And as soon as you leave that little spot, the lightning will go away. Don't forget to pick up your rocks. And walk, don't run. There's usually frogs in the area to pick up. And one more time through this little cave system, the prince will grab Link's attention. And I do believe we have a treasure chest underwater here. This is also going to be the spot later on where there's a side quest. You have to follow a letter downstream. It's really a pain in the butt. I never could do it, I guess because I'm just not patient enough. But I think that's only really available after the Divine Beast is dead anyway, so... Just wanted to show you guys that's where you would find her. Not a big fan of that weapon, but I do want to clear the chest. I think that already has some use on it, so bye-bye. And I think I see my Voltfin trout. Bank of Wishes is what that's called. Okay, so there you have it, Voltfin trout as promised. They're not quite as plentiful, but they are here nonetheless. Okay, so get back on track. Now, Yellow Rune will light up a bunch of electric bats. So I always recommend getting those things before they have a chance to come at you and fly, because they can actually zap you from a distance. And they do tend to smart. But if you followed my advice and you drank that electric elixir, you can put 1 piece of the rubber armor on with that, get high level, and then the electricity from the bats won't harm Link, as you can see. So you can literally just kind of come in here. You don't have to worry about them shooting you with electricity from a distance, and you can just swing away and get them dead. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get my full stealth back on. I just wanted to demonstrate the power of having high level shock, electroshock resistance. Okay, I want to say we have a treasure chest around here somewheres. I think it's actually back here somewhere. I hate it when I can't remember. Yeah, actually, I think it's back here just a little bit further. Right where this barricade in the waterway is. And right where it should be. This one's kind of hard to spot because it's kind of under that overhang there if you're standing more off to that direction. But they are ice arrows, so it's worth it. Okay, so I'm gonna probably utilize my climbing gear here to kind of get back to where I was. Just because it speeds things up and you don't have to worry about wasting as much stamina. But there are plenty of resting places along the way, so I might be okay without it. So this actually would have been the spot to go get that chest from the Bank of Wishes. And now we know. I guess I just thought for some reason it was further upstream than it really was. Okay, so sorry for the duplicated effort there. So, somewhere around here, the prince is going to grab our attention once more. Now, do be aware you're going to have a silver Lizzle, but I think it's a glitch in the game. I guess they don't anticipate you having silver enemies at this stage. So there's, you're not really going to get the gemstones that you should get from the silver Lizzle. Stop that. Really? Just die. Like I said, no gemstones whatsoever from that silver. Programmers, I think you got a game glitch there that probably needs attention. Alright, so moving right along our pathway here. Free fish for the taking. Alright, before I actually go to that bridge, so just to show you where we're at on the map now, this bridge is where the prince will grab your attention. I'm actually going to deviate one more time and come up this area. There's a wall there, it's a blue wall, and it's called a monument stone. And we're going to read it, because there's 10 of those for a side quest later on. So I'm going to kind of sneak up here and take you to where that monument stone is. There's also some other things to do here. Actually, I'm going to switch over to the climbing gear so I can get up this wall a lot quicker. And it might also start thunderstorming on Link again, so just be aware of that. There's also another Korok seed up here. Right over here. This little puddle of water. Which I actually probably could have gotten this before when I took out that bad boy nest. But I'm trying to stay on path as best as I can. But yeah, that would have been a better opportunity to grab this Korok seed. And you're also going to have some fishing in here and some frogs usually. Alright, so there we have it at that little puddle of water right by where that Lizzle nest was. So at this point I'm going to head back over in this direction, and the monument stone wall will be right there somewhere. We'll actually be able to see it pretty plainly. And I got lightning I'm dealing with, so bear with me while I unequip all my metal gear here. So right about now I'm looking for that blue wall. I think I just spotted it. And that is a stone monument. Like I said, there's 10 of these. I'm going to show you where there's about 7, 8, 9 or 8 or 9 of them just on this walkthrough alone. I'll go ahead and mark them on the map as well. Alright folks, we'll see you guys back for the second leg of our trip to Zora's Domain.